I found out I was cheating from my own friends before I even knew I was supposed to be guilty. My girlfriend stormed into our apartment, mascara streaked, and threw her keys at me, screaming about some girl from my gym. The wild part? I barely even talked to anyone at the gym, let alone sleep with them. Suddenly, my phone was blowing up, her friends, my friends, even my mother texting condolences or demands for explanations. It was like my life got flipped inside out in a single afternoon, and I was the villain in a story I didn't write. For 2 weeks, I slept on the couch while she sobbed in our bed, telling everyone who'd listen that I'd ruined us. I begged her to talk, to let me prove her wrong, but she just kept saying she knew things. The tension in the apartment was thick enough to choke on. Even my boss called me into his office to check in, all concerned about my work performance. He looked me in the eye, said he was sorry I was going through a hard time, and told me to take some days off if I needed them. I should have noticed something was off with that conversation, but I was too busy trying to salvage my reputation. Then, one night, I came home early from a work event I couldn't focus on and heard voices in the bedroom. I froze when I recognized my boss's voice, low and too familiar. I let myself in and saw my girlfriend sitting on the edge of the bed, her hand on his arm. They didn't even look surprised. My boss just shrugged, like he'd been expecting this moment, while my girlfriend finally looked at me, her eyes dry and cold. She said it was easier to blame me than admit the truth, and my boss said, "You're a good employee, but this is personal." I stood there, realizing every accusation, every tear, every whispered lie was just the cover for their own affair. The worst part? I wasn't even angry, I just felt hollow, like whatever was left of me had quietly disappeared. I walked out, not sure if I was more betrayed by her, by him, or by myself for not seeing it sooner. And that's when I realized I'd spent so long trying to prove I wasn't a liar, I never stopped to ask why she needed me to be one.